I don't know if you watched the whole introduction video through and through. I wasn't expecting that everybody did the first time. But, you know, I like it raw, unfiltered. I don't want to do any debating on current state of affairs in the world, politics, religion, that sort of thing. This is just educational, and I want to stay in that lane. So happens and they say, well, I wish I would have gotten that policy.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work like that.
It's too late. You have to do it when you're at your youngest, which is obviously today.
Yeah.
And when you're at your healthiest.
Yep.
So that way you have, you increase your chances of being insured, your premium is more. So yeah, people wait until it's too late. And not just life insurance, but also like
jumping and do a 45-second podcast.
I won't even even if I wasn't jumping from that plane, I still could not go up.
Well, we can talk about that later. Maybe I'll post some of my old sky jumping videos and I'll Photoshop you in there.
That's the only way it'll look like a
Alright. So I don't know if product specific to New York Life is where I want to go, but
yeah. Well,
like the difference between what's the difference between term life, whole life, and we're just talking general life insurance, right?
yeah.
We're not getting into all of the investments and everything else we do, and employee benefits. But like, what's the difference between the two, and how do they work? Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So, like we like to explain
giving you a large benefit
Yeah.
for a small premium. So they're taking the risk that you're able to, basically.
Yeah.
With a whole life, they're gonna have to pay out at some point.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to explain those kind of
Yeah.
parts to all of this is why.
Yeah.
Why is it lower? It's because sorry, I'm a little out of breath now.
Oh, you are? Okay.
But I'm not dying.
Sounds kind of weird.
I know. Listen, I know this looks tough on the outside.
But you're a big softie.
I am a big softie. I'm a teddy bear. Oh wait, I probably look like a teddy bear too. I want to think I look tough. I know I don't. But
He's
I'm just a big baby. I'm a big baby. That's all there is to it. So, with a whole life, with a permanent policy, a whole life is a permanent solution.
Yeah.
They're going to end up paying out.
Yeah.
That's why the premiums are more expensive.
And also, you have the tax that you can take advantage of when you want to.
Well, how does that work?
Well, glad you asked.
That wasn't scripted, by the way.
No, so, yeah, so let's say your policy's been there growing, right, for like, let's say 10 years. I don't know. Accumulated, say 40 grand.
Right. Nice, easy, round number.
Yep, and you want to put down on a car, right? Get rid of it.
Okay.
Well, instead of going to a bank,
No cars coming. We'll go now. My glasses are clogged up.
instead of going to a bank to have it approved or something like that, you just take it out of your cash. Call it your cash value, your policy, and you don't pay taxes. I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean,
So why don't you pay taxes on it? Is it like a loan or something?
I mean, you can take it out on the loan. Well, first of all, you're putting in after-tax money.
Right.
There are some things that protect you, like this is not. So,
But you're
And then when you're-
essentially not surrendering it. You're taking it out as a loan against the policy. Is that
yeah,
how? Yeah.
you take it out as a loan.
I'm learning.
You take it out as a, you can take it out as a loan against your policy, and we don't determine, how much you put back or how often you pay. We're not going to put you on a payment plan and say you got to pay $50 a month or whatever it is.
So that makes sense. If you go to a bank and take out a loan for a car,
Yeah.
you're not going to pay income tax on a loan from a bank. So it's the same for tax purposes. It's the same idea.
Yeah,
You're taking a loan.
yeah,
You're not surrendering.
yeah.
So what happens if you don't pay it back?
Then it comes off the death benefit upon your passing. So let's say that you got $200,000 policy, cash has grown to, $250. You take out 10K of the cash value, you die, your family gets $250 less than 10. So, ew.
Sorry. Maybe I'll edit that out.
That's gross.
You know what? I'm not going to edit that out. So essentially, the cash value is just an amount that you have available to be taken out as a loan against the policy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can even structure it to where, let's say that you're 30 years old and you want to take out you want a whole life policy, but you're like, hey, you know what? I don't want to pay out this past age 50. This up. Well, your contributions end at 50. And then at that point, if you hit 50, fully paid up, anything
you'll see on other podcasts that everybody else's stuff is just as important. So this is, it's not just about us. But would it be safe to say, generally speaking, it's like anything else in life, right? You're going to get out of it what you put into it. And the sooner you start making a good choice, number one is making the decision to do it, making the decision to want to learn about it, and then talking to somebody that knows what they're talking about. You know, and the younger you are, the healthier you are, the better return you're going to get. And once you start a policy, you're locked in at that health rating and that age, and that's what your premium is going to be. I have many clients that have called me recently that 68, almost 70, and is panicking because he wants to leave $1 million to his wife. I'm like, well, that's fine. Here's the numbers, and just for reference, let me show you what it would have been if you did it 30 years ago. And what you would have put in versus what you're gonna put in more now to get the same return than if you would have started putting into it 30 years ago. Right? So that's the key points I really want to stress is not how it works, not the different type of products, but like
just concepts.
It's today. Like
today.
It's day one, not one day I'll do it. Like make it day one. Whatever it is in life, not just life.
For those who say, oh, I'll do it.
Like today is the start of your rucking journey.
Well, we've run before.
Yeah, I know, but
it's not my first time.
Consistency. Right. You got to keep putting those premiums in
to get your output.
That's right.
I'm in pretty good shape, though.
I know. For 30, you're amazing.
I was going to say for my age, but I'm not going to say that because
I wouldn't be ashamed of 30. You're not over the hill yet.
I was going to say, well, a lot of girls
cliche, but it's so true.
Yeah. Oh,
Right?
I got a good saying here.
All right.
And it's one I heard about a year and a half ago. I was listening to a podcast for business owners, and when I first started, in my career and here in life, there were so many times I wanted to quit.
God,
Yeah,
I still want to quit.
rough.
I hope you're not watching this, Michael and Anthony.
It's
But I
tough.
won't.
First couple of years are tough. Everything in you telling you to quit. But I knew that I was in this for a reason. God brought me to this for a reason. And I was listening to a podcast the other day. Oh, and I'm 5 years, right? 5 years in. I was listening to a podcast the other day. Well, like a year and a half ago. Sorry, not completely the other day.
I mean,
And he said,
after age 25, everything's the other
everything
day.
blends. Yeah. And he said, the guy said, the pain of regret has to be greater than the sacrifice. So,
Good morning.
oh,
You're welcome.
yeah, boy.
That's awesome. Have a good day. Sorry.
So,
We got a limited space with this
Yeah.
construction going on here.
so the guy said the pain of regret has to be greater than the pain of sacrifice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, that's exactly why I stayed in it, because I remember thinking I didn't want to quit too soon and regret, where could I have been had I stuck with it. So, and that's a phrase that you really can use for anything that you're going after, right?
Yeah.
Anything that you feel is worth you going after and want to quit. Just remind yourself of, hey, if I quit now, where would I have been had I continued? So
Just
that
5
one-
more minutes and you would have made it. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Don't
So that
leave
phrase-
5 minutes before the miracle happens.
Yeah. So that phrase of
You have to go to this sign up here and then go back. That's the rules.
what sign? The yellow sign?
Yeah.
Oh. It's right here.
All right, we can turn
So-
around. We can finish up in the parking lot or whatever. Yeah. I mean, that's what this is all about, right? Is all of those things we hear that really bother us. You know why it bothers us? It's because we don't want to hear it, because it's true.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm a great example of that, because I want to quit. I want to take the easy route.
Yeah.
But I've heard, and I'll finish with this, and we'll say goodbye. Here, I love when I had this sun in the background.
Oh.
The most successful people that I like this sun up on it. It's really cool.
Oh, okay.
The most successful people that I've talked to, they say you get to a point where you're so uncomfortable being successful that you have to fire yourself every night when you go to bed and rehire yourself every morning.
Yeah.
Like, success is not going to come with comfort, right? That doesn't mean take the time to